Hi everybody, Steve Hallstrom here at Luther Family Ford, and we're here for the April Salute to Law Enforcement. Always great to be back in this place, and on a rainy day, no better place to go than be inside at Luther Family Ford and take a look at some cars, right, Brian?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, I said you still got seems like a bunch of cars on the lot, but business has been pretty good. You said the inventory's getting a little low.
It is. Business has been crazy now, March and April, so we still have a good selection, but it's a little lighter than I'd like it to be right about now. But yeah, we do still have a great selection, and they're getting cleaned off rather nicely today.
Yes, they are. A little bit of rain certainly helps that. Well, we appreciate you having us over here again. It's always fun to be here with you and your team.
Absolutely. It's great to do this every month.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we really look forward to at our company is a chance to salute law enforcement. And we've been doing it for several years here at Luther Family Ford, and we always appreciate the cooperation, not just of Brian and his team, but also the local law enforcement agencies that we have in our community. And every one of them, they get to be like friends after a while. So it's good to get together with friends again here today. So we appreciate you guys being here. Today we're honoring the Fargo Police Department, and we want to send a special thank you to Chief Dave Zabolski, the Chief. Chief is tied up with some things here today, and so we're very thankful to have Captain Bill Orfield with us representing the agency. Bill, thank you for being here. We do appreciate that very much. We know that the men and women of the Fargo Police Department work very hard for our community, 24/7, 365 on the patrol, making sure that our community stays safe, and we appreciate them very much. Brian, you yourself were a member of law enforcement a while back, so I know this campaign means something to you as well.
Yes, absolutely. Years ago when we started this, I was all on board. Being in the career field, it's kind of a thankless job, at times where, you go out and pour your heart and soul into helping people, and some people still look at you like you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice to be able to give back and honor people that do a great job out there for the field. So.
And the spring is a great time of year to do this salute again, because things get a little crazier when the weather starts getting nicer. People get a little friskier, want to be outside, and that means extra work for the people that do the work. So,
absolutely. So they're going to be running now. So.
Yeah, it sounds like the business will be picking up there a little bit. So with all that being said, it's time to meet this month's honoree here, and we're very happy to introduce you to Officer Tim Falconnier. Would you please give Tim a big round of applause here this morning? So Tim, thanks very much for coming here and letting us make a big deal out of you for a little bit here today. What does this honor mean to you?
Well, first off, thank you for having me. Thank you to Luther Family Ford and the Flag for taking time to recognize some good work being done in law enforcement. To me, this is just indicative of the great community that we have and the support that our department and all the departments in this region have from the community. So thank you to everybody here. Thank you to our community for supporting us and being there with us through all the things that we go through.
Yeah, you bet. We're going to hear a little bit, or visit with Tim a little bit more, but first let me tell you a few things about him. Thanks to the folks at Fargo PD for providing a great summary of his career and his role in the Fargo PD. Fargo Police Officer Tim Falconnier has proudly served Fargo since September 11th, 2017. After several years on patrol, he joined the department's community engagement team, where he spent the last 2 years focused on outreach, relationship building, and proactive problem solving across the city. Much of his work is rooted in downtown Fargo, where he's become a familiar and trusted presence. Whether checking in with business owners, connecting with service providers, or responding to neighborhood concerns, Officer Falconnier brings a calm, thoughtful approach that helps people feel heard and supported. Officer Falconnier brings a great presence to the community as well. He's often seen on foot, chatting with residents, visiting storefronts, and working behind the scenes to strengthen one of Fargo's most vibrant areas. Beyond his community work, Officer Falconnier is a certified instructor and police training officer, and he mentors new recruits through the challenges of real-world policing. His patient and professional guidance helps shape the next generation of officers with confidence and care. He also serves on the department's crowd management team, helping ensure events, parades, and demonstrations are safe, respectful, and well coordinated. His steady demeanor and quick decision-making are invaluable in fast-paced, high-pressure situations. In every aspect of his role, Officer Falconnier leads with consistency, compassion, and dedication. He shows up, follows through, and builds the kind of trust that strengthens relationships and makes a lasting impact across the Fargo community. Congratulations again to Officer Falconnier. So Tim, how did you decide that law enforcement was the right career move for you?
I was in college and wasn't really sure what to do with myself, and ended up getting married and having a daughter, and it was time to get a big boy job. So law enforcement, it seemed like it fit my personality. It was something that I thought I would be good at. It seemed exciting to me to do something different every day, and a chance to serve and work in my community. So that's where I went, and that's where I landed, and it's been good so far.
Have you had family members, relatives that have been in law enforcement before, or was this a completely different thing for your family tree?
I'm pretty much the first one that I'm aware of. So some family with some military experience, but nobody really in law enforcement.
Sure. So you've been in the job for 8 years or so, something like that. What have you enjoyed most about your time with the PD?
Mainly the people that I work with and the people I get to work for. So my coworkers are really wonderful, genuine people. I really enjoy spending time with them and working with them. And then having an opportunity to go out into the community and meet people, build relationships, and do something that I think is meaningful is what I've enjoyed the most.
What are the toughest parts of the job?
The uncertainty of the job certainly can be difficult. You never really know what's going to happen every day.
Yeah.
Certainly we've experienced our fair share of tragedy here in Fargo, and that's always difficult to deal with.
Yeah. How do you handle that with your family? And you said you've got a wife and at least one young one at home. That uncertainty of never knowing if husband is going to come home at the end of the day is a very real thing, I know, for you all. How do you manage that with your family? How do you handle that?
Yeah, that certainly can be difficult. My daughter's getting to the age where she's got some questions about things like that. She's brought up those concerns to me, and really it's just ensuring then that those things are rare. We're well trained, we're well equipped, we know what we're doing out there, and we're doing everything that we can to be safe.
Yeah. You talked a little bit earlier about how most people still see you as a resource and someone who is okay, but there are some people that don't necessarily like when they see people in a badge come around. Tell me a little bit about what you do. It sounds like you're someone who takes a lot of pride in diffusing situations, coming in with kind of an easy hand to make sure that things can stay as non-stressful as possible. Tell us about that.
Sure. Yeah, certainly people, they've got their ideas about what law enforcement is before you ever even show up on scene, and those at times can be negative. Sometimes for me it's a little bit of a game. You know, I'm going to change your mind. At the end of this, you're going to like me, and you're going to say, you know what, okay, maybe not all cops are bad.
Yeah.
So I enjoy doing that.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone entering law enforcement here in 2025? Maybe a young person coming in, and I know you get to do that with the people that are coming into the department in your mentorship role. What advice do you give someone when they're coming into this job and trying to learn what this is all about for the first time?
What I tell my new recruits and the newer officers coming in is that certainly this job is not everything. Don't make this in your entire life. You still need to take care of your family, you need to take care of yourself, because if you don't do those things, you're not going to be able to do this job for very long. So really, officer wellness is a big thing that I care about, making sure that you're squared away. And then just taking care of people. You shouldn't come into this job with a chip on your shoulder. We're not here to punish anybody. We're not here to be the big, bad, tough guy. There's a time and a place for that, but ultimately we need to be respectful and work with the community, not against them. So
it's such a great perspective. Now, I don't think most people think about that when they think of police officers. Like, hey, our job here is to help. Don't come in with a chip on your shoulder. So that's some great perspective. You spend a lot of time in downtown Fargo, it sounds like. Downtown Fargo gets a little bit of a bad rap in our community sometimes for the things that happen down there. Do you enjoy that setting and that work environment?
I do. I love working downtown. I like variety. I like doing something different every day, and downtown offers that. You never really know what's going to happen, so I do enjoy working down there.
Well, again, thanks for all you do. It's been fun to get to meet you here today. I'm going to wander over here and talk to Captain Orfield for a minute. Bill, thank you for being here and sitting in for the chief, so we appreciate that very much.
Steve and Brian, thank you both for having us here and helping us recognize just a true guardian in our community, like Tim is, as you just saw in that interview. He does a great job for us, has a great perspective, and we really enjoy having Tim at the Fargo Police Department and working with him every day.
Yeah, tell me a little bit of what he means to your team, having someone who's got that kind of level-headed sort of let's make it better, let's bring a light touch to some of the interactions we have. Those people don't grow on trees. You got a good one there.
Right. Well, we would take 10,000 Tim Falconniers if we could, and we have many just like Tim at our agency. And so what he means to us is he means true guardianship, and that he represents that within our agency to our community. And no greater place could we have than our community engagement team and in our downtown area, where he reaches out and does outreach with people every day, not only as in that protector role, but in that community servant and guardian role.
Tell me a little bit about what life is like right now within the PD and the things you're seeing, maybe some community trends or things you just like people to be aware of now as we're turning the page from winter to spring and the weather's getting nicer and things are getting a little more active out there. What would you like the community to know?
Well, as things get nicer, things pick up for us, and statistically they have throughout the years. One thing I always like to tell people is everyone out there can be, number one, the eyes and ears for us. We can't be everywhere at once. And so if you see something and you're wondering, should I call the police department or shouldn't I? Call us. We want to come and check those things out. We want to send individuals like Tim who have a good working knowledge of the area within the city that they work to come and try to figure something out. And it's an opportunity for us to possibly prevent, but it's also an opportunity for us to go out and engage. And so that's the first thing I would tell people. The second thing I would tell people is we can prevent a lot of crime just by, number one, locking things up. So if you have a vehicle and you leave it running, over 50% of our vehicles that are stolen within the city of Fargo are stolen because the keys are left in the vehicle. So you can prevent 50% of our stolen vehicle thefts by just removing your keys and locking the door. Make sure that you don't keep things in your vehicle that are of value that people can see, and we can prevent a lot of property crime in that way. So lock things up, and that will prevent a lot of our property crime. So if you see something, call us. If you have that question, should I or shouldn't I do that? And just double check, take that extra step to make sure we lock things up and we can prevent a lot of crime in our community.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for your leadership, Chief Sobolski and everybody there in leadership of the Fargo PD. You guys mean a lot to us, so thanks for coming over here and being here today.
I appreciate it, Steve.
Captain
Thank
Bill
you.
Orfield from the Fargo Police Department. One other thing that happens here during this ceremony is that Brian donates a $100 gift card to Luther Family, or from Luther Family Ford, to the officer that is being honored. And in the days to come, Tim will be figuring out a great place for that to go so it can be paid forward and bless the community. So we thank you, Brian, for that kind gesture as well, making our community better in another way. Sandy's Donuts also saying their thanks. We'll be delivering some goodies here to Luther Family Ford and the Fargo PD as well. We have an honoree section on our website, am1100theflag.com, where you can read more about Officer Falconnier and all of the other honorees that we've had in our program going back now several years. We will be inviting Tim also to join us on Kevin and Alex's Need to Know morning show on AM 1100 The Flag and FM 92.3 as well, coming up here in the days ahead. So you'll get even more Tim Falconnier in the days ahead, and who can't get behind that? Last thing I always like to say is that at our company, when there's action taken by law enforcement and it makes the news, we give the benefit of the doubt to the men and women who are trained to handle those situations to protect and serve our community. So with that, we appreciate everybody joining us and supporting Fargo Police and everybody else in law enforcement here in our community. Once again, would you please join me in giving a big hand to Officer Tim Falconnier, the honoree this month at Luther Family Ford. Thanks to those of you from the PD coming out today. Great to see you guys too. Thanks for joining us here today, and thanks to the team at Luther Family Ford. We appreciate you guys as well for coming out every month and hanging with us for a little bit. So with that, I'm going to say so long from Luther Family Ford here in South Fargo. Brian says he's still got a few more cars left on the lot, so if you're looking for a good set of wheels, come on over and see one of the great people, and they'll show you some great things to take a look at. Until next time, this is Steve Hallstrom for AM1100theflag.com. Take care.